My name is Milo. I am a father. I have a teenage son. His name is Theo. I love my son more than anything. But I was losing him. He was like a stranger in my own house. Theo was a good kid. He was smart and quiet. But we were very distant. We lived in the same house. But we lived in different worlds. My world was the real world. His world was inside a computer. Every day was the same story. Theo came home from school. He went to his room. He closed his door. A few seconds later, I heard the sounds of his other world. The sounds of a big crowd cheering. The sounds of his football video game. Our dinner table was a silent place. My wife and I tried to talk to him. I asked, "How was school today, Theo?" He gave a short answer. He said, "It was fine." Then he looked back down at his plate. The conversation was over. After dinner, he went back to his room. The sounds of the game started again. A high, invisible wall stood between us. I tried to connect with him. I said, "Theo, let's go to the park. We can kick a football around." He did not look away from his screen. He said, "I'm busy, Dad. I'm in the middle of a match." Our talks always ended in a fight. I got angry. I said, "You spend all your time on that stupid game. You are wasting your life." He always shouted back. He said, "You don't know anything about my world. You don't even try to understand. Just leave me alone." His words hurt my heart. He was a stranger to me. I missed the little boy he was before. The boy who held my hand and told me all his secrets. My son was a stranger in my own house. I had to learn his secret language to win him back. One night I talked to my wife. I was very sad. I felt like a bad father. I said, "I have lost our son. He lives in another world. And I am not welcome there." My wife is a very wise woman. She looked at me with her kind eyes. She said, "Well, if you cannot bring him to your world, you must go to his world." Her words were simple, but they were very powerful. Go into his world. The world of the football video game. The idea was crazy. I was a 45-year-old man. I did not play video games. But I was a desperate father. I was ready to try anything. So my secret mission began. First, I had to do my research. When Theo was at school, I went into his room. I looked at the game box on his desk. It was a football game. It had famous players on the cover. I went online. I watched videos of the game. It was very fast. It looked very confusing. There were so many different buttons. The players on the screen moved so quickly. I felt very old. I knew I could not learn on Theo's computer. He would see me. So I bought an old used game console. I put it in my small office in the basement. This was my new secret training room. Late at night, my mission started. My wife and Theo were asleep. I went down to the basement. I turned on the old console. I created a secret player account. I started to play the football game. I was very bad at it. I was a complete beginner. My players could not run straight. I could not pass the ball. The other team always won. It was very frustrating. I wanted to quit many times. But then I thought of Theo. I thought of the wall between us. I thought of his sad, angry face. So I continued to practice. Night after night, I played in secret. I was a 45-year-old father. I was learning to play a video game. It was a strange new part of my life. Slowly, very slowly, I got a little better. I learned how to pass the ball. One night I scored my first goal. It was a lucky goal, but I shouted with joy in my quiet basement. It was a small victory. I started to understand the game. I started to understand why Theo loved it. It was not just a stupid game. It needed skill. It needed strategy. I even started to enjoy it a little. After 3 weeks of secret practice, I was ready. I was not a great player, but I was not a beginner anymore. I knew the rules. I knew the teams. I knew the language of his world. It was time to talk to my son. One evening, I took a deep breath. I went to his room. I knocked on the door. He said, "I'm busy, Dad." I opened the door anyway. He was in his gaming chair. He was wearing his headphones. He was deep in his world. I walked to his desk. I was holding the second controller for his console. He finally looked at me. He had an annoyed look on his face. I held up the controller. My voice was a little shaky. I said, "Hey, Theo, do you want to play a match?" 2-player. He looked at me. Then he looked at the controller. Then he started to laugh. It was not a kind laugh. It was a mocking laugh. He said, "You, Dad? You want to play this game? You don't even know the buttons." I did not say anything. I just sat in the small chair next to his desk. I turned on the controller. I chose my favorite team. My team appeared on the screen next to his. Theo's laugh stopped. He looked at me with wide, surprised eyes. He was completely silent. I said, "So, are we going to play for the Premier Cup? My team is ready for you." I used the name of the championship from the game. He just stared at me. He could not believe it. Then a small, slow smile appeared on his face. It was the first real smile I had seen in months. He said, "Okay, Dad. Okay. Let's play." And so we played. I was not very good. He was much better than me. He scored many goals. But I was not a complete beginner. I passed the ball. I tackled his players. I even scored 1 goal against him. The important thing was not the score. The important thing was that we were together. We were in the same world. For the first time in a very long time. We played for hours. We were not fighting. We were not arguing. We were talking. We were laughing. We were a team. The game was our new language. A language we both understood. At the end of the night, we were both tired and happy. Theo turned to me. He took off his headphones. His face was happy and excited. He said, "That was really fun, Dad. You're not so bad at this." Those simple words were like music to my ears. It was the biggest victory of my life. The high wall between us was not gone, but there was a new door in it, a door we had opened together. I did not lose my son. I just had to find him. I had to find him in his world.